Right before disaster hits, there's always that split second when everything still seems fine, and then the unexpected happens. In this video, we're looking at shocking moments caught just before things took a dramatic turn. Brace yourself, because these clips show how quickly an ordinary day can spiral into pure chaos. Do not attempt to pass on a narrow road under any circumstances. As the car was passing, heavy rain caused a huge tree to suddenly fall right onto the vehicle. A failed calculation, but a perfect outcome. A large water pipe fractured right on the street, and now it's shooting water out like a powerful geyser. The tow truck finally arrived to pull them out of the snow, but ended up destroying their car instead. It seems the driver was watching too much Fast and Furious before driving, temporarily believing he was Vin Diesel. How on earth did that thing pass its technical inspection? The scene looks straight out of a horror movie, with half the hillside collapsing onto the road, bringing mud and trees with it. I truly don't know what to say about this. Something strange is happening to our planet. Just imagine having to explain this exact scenario to your boss as the reason you showed up late. She narrowly avoided disaster, but considering the outcome, it makes you think she staged the whole thing just to get an insurance payout. These guys must be thrill seekers. They fully anticipated getting stuck, yet they still chose the shortcut. After watching a few clips like this, I actively avoid driving behind trucks. This trailer malfunctioned, causing the disaster you see. Thankfully, no one was close by. It's always when we are rushing that we make the most idiotic mistakes. Even though the roadwork sign was perfectly clear, he decided to try and squeeze through anyway. He didn't get far, but fortunately, the only thing hurt was his ego. Seriously, hats off to this driver for their incredible skill and composure in that situation. The heavy rainfall that occurred midway through this year caused catastrophic landslides and floods in many countries. These trucks are strictly prohibited from driving in this part of the city, but his navigation system routed him directly here. He could have easily landed himself in jail. He was just a second away from disaster, and the whole thing was captured on his dashcam. In the middle of his drive, the car caught fire. Luckily, the fast actions of people from a nearby store put an end to the blaze. Just another reminder, distance is always the best safety measure. Before we move on, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let us know in the comments what country you're watching from. We'd love to know where the majority of our amazing audience is viewing us from. His car camera happened to be recording, capturing an incredible tornado as it passed right in front of their house. He clearly had good brakes. The inexperienced driver failed to steer correctly, slamming into a fire hydrant and creating a massive water show in the street. What this camera caught is so unbelievable you barely see it in action movies. Girls who ride motorcycles are the most attractive to men. They might claim they calculated this and that the tree landed precisely here by design, but I suspect it was just pure luck. During a dramatic moment, a group of people on a surfboard is pulled away because they forgot where they parked their car. Dissatisfied with the slow maintenance service, the determined tram driver bravely stepped out during the storm to, accompanied by the stunned glances of passengers, fix the damaged rails with her own hands and a meat tenderizer. While everyone was shouting and waving their hands, real chaos erupted as the assembled crowd, dressed in clown costumes, struggled to stop a huge advertising balloon shaped like a bull that, detached from its ropes, was spiraling out of control. Even though everything went wrong, the touching scene depicts a man in a hat trying to help an injured bird, but he ends up with his head stuck in the feeder while the bird, completely healthy, calmly flies away. Amidst the Adriatic idyll, a real drama unfolds at sea as a motorboat, left without a skipper, spins uncontrollably in circles, threatening to endanger a yacht full of wealthy retirees peacefully drinking afternoon tea. A real drama unfolds at sea as the motorboat spins uncontrollably in circles, chasing penguins. With combined forces, a group of brave, yet very nervous, passengers reacts in the tram, and after 5 minutes of puzzled staring, they free the person trapped in the doors who was holding the box of sandwiches for everyone. The friendly atmosphere of the pool is interrupted when an unusual rescue takes place. A confused man dressed in a diving suit pulls out a terrified wallaby, who obviously mistook the pool for the ocean. This was not a fire, but a fashion show. The man, dressed in fancy pajamas, dramatically boards a helicopter that is evacuating him from the roof because only then did he realize his morning coffee was too weak. The motorcyclist gives up the race to help a colleague who fell because of a bug. A young man removes a stuck muzzle from a dog, which was trapped in a jar of peanut butter. In a muddy trap, a brave passersby saves a couple stuck in the mud because they were following wrong navigation directions. On the shore, a group of people collectively frees a huge turtle that got tangled in a rope because it thought it was a new trendy scarf. In a cute scene, a girl skillfully dodges a guy trying to hug her, thinking he is just a router looking for a stable connection. A small boy decisively carries an umbrella to protect the dog from the rain, while his mother stands in the downpour. With persistent work, the workers struggle with a completely clogged manhole and successfully clean it, discovering a treasure, a collection of old socks. Suddenly, the driver stopped, got out of the car to remove an obstacle from the road, which was just an oversized toy box. In a quiet corner of the park, a man finds a hedgehog trapped in a cork, carefully feeds it, and the hedgehog only asks for coffee. In an impressive scene, a dog pushes a cart and helps a person, but only because a bone is hidden in the cart. A brave diver tries to pet a shark, but the situation turns around when it bites him, angry because he interrupted its afternoon rest. During the flood, a group of people bravely rescues a terrified cat in danger, who was actually panicking because she got wet. In a dramatic moment, a person bravely rides a jet ski over huge waves and passes unharmed, while everyone else is swimming in the pool. Showing presence of mind, the motorcyclist stops all traffic so the ambulance can quickly pass and deliver forgotten documents. Unusually, the police fulfill a little girl's dream by allowing her to pose in a police uniform and arrest her teddy bear. An unusual scene. A turtle uses its shell to push the wooden floor and break through to the surface, looking for fast internet. In a burst of bravery, people rescued two women who swam too close to the dangerous sea, convinced they had seen a mermaid. A man does not hesitate and rescues a cat trapped on a high pole, which only ran up there to escape a bat. Although he was in the middle of a tough ride, the motorcyclist showed true sportsmanship, stopping to help a colleague who ran out of gas, suspecting it was just a trick to slow him down and take the lead in the race. Carefully, the girl fed the raccoon in a touching moment, but the raccoon insisted on having his food served on a porcelain plate. Funnily, the Batman mascot fulfills the dream of a person with Down syndrome and takes a photo with her, while she asks him where Robin is. Quickly, the skydiver spotted a car in the river from the air and reacted, landing directly on the car's roof. Brave divers remove layers of grass from huge whales, helping them, but the whales pretend to be asleep. All the motorcyclists stop at the crosswalk so the old woman can cross safely, because they made a bet on who would be the most gallant. In a bizarre escape attempt, a person being chased by the police falls through a stranger's car window, thinking it is a taxi service. Showing care, the boys rescue a squirrel tangled in threads, who got tangled trying to build a jumping ramp. Pretending it is completely normal, an elephant enters the house and knocks things over around the apartment, leaving everyone in shock, and then apologizes because he thought he had booked an Airbnb for a group safari. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around until the very end.